So I've got a new 3D kit that I'm building out for the SRB1200, the SPLATRBALL drum mag, their newest full-size blaster. And since I had to open it up because this is a pretty involved kit that I'm going to put on it that's really going to change the look of it, I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys what the inside of these looks like. So first off, they make it very hard to open these up in general, right? You do see some screws that you can unscrew in a couple spots in the little handle here that they come off. So the handle basically comes off easily, but then the rest of it does not, because the way this works, obviously this is on here, and these pieces are on top, and these pieces go right into kind of these holes, and they're glued in, at least these ones were, where they have kind of a nub like this that goes into the hole, but it was glued in. Now these I was able to pop off without damaging them. These top ones were in there, so like I said, were glued in so tight that I couldn't pop the piece off. And I was trying to be really careful initially, and I have multiple like trim pry tools and all the right things to try to get them off. And I couldn't do it until I just ended up starting to just pop them off and break them. So if you're going to open it up, just know it's likely that you're going to end up breaking these little tabs. And if you wanted to put it back together after the fact, you still can. It'll still fit in place. You just would end up gluing. So just be aware of that. But that doesn't surprise me. SPLATRBALL doesn't really want you modifying their blasters or opening them up. In fact, they won't. If I tag them on Instagram with any pictures of any modified SPLATRBALLs, they won't allow it. Like they just, and that's a liability thing. And I guess that's not the surprising thing. I guess they just want to make sure that you're keeping it standard. I don't know. But so we can see the inside here. Okay, this is the LED. This actually just plugs into this little LED control here. You can see there's a couple screws. After I start to put it together, before I put it all the way back together, when I'm just kind of mocking it up, I'm going to see whether I'm going to leave those LEDs or I'm going to take them out. And again, here's the little LED control panel that connects to the one on this side. You can see the nice metal barrel. This is where the tip kind of locks in here, which now I'm going to have to redo this tip. If you recall on a previous video, this was my solution to be able to get a threaded tip on there for a tracer. So over here, if you have to unscrew this piece, and then that allows you to basically lift the whole gearbox out if you want to. So the gearbox, it's wire, I will be taking it out, but you can see where the wires go right here for the batteries terminal, over to that LED control, and of course your plug right here for the battery. But this is kind of a nice setup, how this locks the barrel and the T-channel right in place there. So I do like that. All right, drum mag is over here. I'll probably end up painting it. So I did end up opening it. That's just a piece of masking tape I put in there that has all the screws with it. So you just need a long screwdriver because you go in this end and the screw is way up here. And then you can see obviously the door, which I could take the door apart further, but I don't think I'm going to. I think it'll be able to paint nice the way it is. So I will probably leave it like that. I think I'm going to end up painting out the whole thing, like this whole main piece. These will get reused. These pieces I do not believe will get reused. There shouldn't be a need for them. So there you go. That's a quick plan. So that's a rundown that shows you the inside of the SPLATRBALL SRB1200 2.